Okay, you're a young single lad and you don't want to settle down yet. You don't want to find the one, settle down, long-term relationship, get married. But at the same time, you don't want to be a monk and you don't want nothing to do with women. You want to be able to have that experience. You want to meet women. You want to sleep with women. So how do you sleep with multiple women, gain that experience, okay, but not be a degenerate man whore that contributes to the downfall of Western society and leaves a trail of broken women in his wake? How do you do that? Well, this is what I would do, because that was me. I hold my hands up and I would say I was a bit of a man whore and I did all that degenerate crap back in the day, and I wish I knew and applied this advice that I'm going to give you today. All right, because I believe, as a man, I definitely believe you do need experience with women until you find the one. All right, until you want to find that woman you settle down with, you need some experience with women. You need to date multiple women. You need to understand women to a certain degree. You need some variety. Yeah, you need to practice game. You need to practice your sex game as well. Okay, so that when you settle down and you're with someone long term, you're not sitting there after a few years going, oh, what's it like with multiple women? What if? And you're always wondering why. You've got that T-shirt, you tick that box, and you haven't got to worry about that. And you just focus on this relationship long term. I think that's the best for most men. So the way I'll go about it, so a couple of things. There should be a couple of rules to this. Rule number one, keep your standards high. This is so important, guys. This whole mindset of any holes a go and just sleep with as many women as you can, right? Quantity over quality, it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, and that was the mindset I was in. It was a numbers game. All I cared about numbers, and honestly, no one gives a fuck how many people you slept with. Right? No one cares. And if you're basing your value on how many women you slept with, it's usually derived from some insecurity, which it was in my case as well. Yeah. In all honesty, quality is better. It's way better to be with a woman, if you can, to be with a woman who's a 9 or a 10. Than only one of those women than to sleep with like 56s, right? There's absolutely no doubt that is better for you and a better experience as well. And so the second thing that I would do if I could turn back time would be I wouldn't chase one-night stands. I would try to eradicate one-night stands, girls that you meet on a night out and sleep with them once. I would try and eradicate that. That is degenerate behavior. That is not good for society as a whole. Now, here's the thing. If you're out and about with your boys and you get a genuinely beautiful woman who you're attracted to and she's laying it on thick and she's like, come on, let's do this one night. All right, not turn it down. Okay, you're probably not going to turn that down, right? I'm realistic to understand that. On the flip side, what are the chances of that? How many beautiful women, how many genuinely 8, 9s and 10s are laying it on thick for a guy who can attract those women? It's pretty damn rare. So because it's so rare, okay, go for it. If it does happen to you, you're lucky enough for that to happen, go for it and do it. But otherwise, I wouldn't go looking for it. I would try to avoid it as much as you can. Again, don't lower your standards and so forth. So I'd eradicate those one-night stands. And the way I would try to go about this is I would try to meet women. I would try to either date in women online on a night out, try to get their number, try to meet up with these women. Right? Try to hang out, try to take them on a date, get to know them, go for drinks, go for dinner. All right. And I would try and get maximum have like 2 or 3 plates spinning at one time. And I would try to be hanging out with these women, try to date them, but let them know that you're not in for anything serious. You put this on the table, you lay your cards on the table very early on, and you tell them, look, I'm not after anything serious. I just want to have fun. I want to hang out. I want to see you. We can go out. We can do things. Ultimately, nothing, no serious relationship. Really, at the end of the day, hang out, have sex, keep it casual. And I want to do that for a period of time. Now, how many women are going to be up for this? Do you know what? In today's era, I'm not sure. I presume if you're a very attractive bloke, you're going to get your options. You're going to find more than enough women doing this. And I would try and keep 1 woman, 2, maximum 3. I think anything more than 3. I've done the whole like spinning 5, 6, 7, 8 plates at one time. It's crazy stressful. Any more than 3 is just crazy stressful. Even 3 is like pushing it, to be honest with you. Maximum 3 girls at a time. You see one once a week. Maybe you see another one another time a week. you know, one girl every 2 weeks or whatever, and you try to, if you find these women who are up for this, you have this mutual understanding, you hang out, you know, you go watch a movie together, you go for drinks, and you keep it casual. She comes to yours, you have sex at yours, you go to hers once every couple of weeks. Maybe you've only got one of the girls, yeah? And then you meet another one, and you do this with multiple women every 2-3 months, and you try to change. You try to change the one woman after 2-3 months, or the 2 or 3, every few months, if you can. Once you're bored, maybe there's one girl or a couple of them, you really like hanging out, the sex is great, and you keep it going for as long as you want. Right, but that's the way I would go about things. Instead of just going out trying to just tear into as many random women every Saturday as I could and contribute to the degeneracy of Western culture. That's just not a way to live. It's not a way that a man who respects himself, who views himself as a guy going in the right direction, ascending, maybe even a high value man. It's not a way a good guy does things, right? And you're getting the best of both worlds here, in my opinion. You're gaining experience with women. You're gaining experience with women that you're genuinely attracted to. You're meeting up with them, you're hanging out with them. You're not just having these drunken conversations, going home, having this drunken, random, messy sex, or meeting a girl on Tinder, she comes home, you have a 5-minute conversation, you do the deed, and she leaves. You're genuinely getting to know these women. You're genuinely practicing your ability to communicate, to tease women, to flirt, and so on, to have great conversations with these women, and you know, you get to sleep with multiple women as well, whilst it not being, like I said, a degenerate, disgusting lifestyle, basically. And of course, you're practicing safe sex, right? You don't want to get anyone pregnant, you don't want to catch anything nasty. So I view this as the way, definitely if I could go back in time, that's the way I would do it. Yeah, my numbers would be lower, that's for sure, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't care. I'd have my standards higher and I would gain my experience with women in that way. I think that's the best of both worlds. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Of course, I'm going to get a bunch of guys saying, oh, it's all right for you or certain men, only a certain men can do this and attract women. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this video applies to men that can attract women and multiple women. This video applies to. It doesn't apply to you. Try and become one of those guys as much as you can, or you try and do this with women in and around your level, whatever that is. If you're the only women you can attract are 4s and 5s out of 10, okay, that's fine, that's great, go for it. Yeah, don't be delusional and want an 8, and not because you can't get an 8, you become an incel. Yeah. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know. Is this a good approach? Do you just think go the celibate way until you find the one? Do you not care? Is it just better just to run through as many girls as possible and whatever, society's going to shit anyway, so let's just join the party there? I don't think so, but let me know what you think. I think this is the best approach. It's definitely the approach I would do back in the day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe. Join me for the next video.